Hey guys, Brett here, and today I'm taking a look at the new Video Lead Box software. Now, before I dive into the software too much, I do want to mention one other thing really quick. A lot of times when I do product reviews, I tell people that the product is no good. I'm very simple in the way I do my reviews. I get a review copy of the software, I test it, and I report on what I find without holding back at all. I'm 100% honest every time, even if that means telling people that the product is junk or if it's no good or not a good investment. Often product vendors get offended when I do this. And I can understand that, they take it personally, even though I always tell them, hey, look, I'm only reviewing the product. I'm not reviewing you. It's not meant to be a personal attack on you at all. But a lot of times they still take it personally anyway. And the way they've responded to this has really varied. They've done everything from just ignore me, they'll block me on Facebook, they'll block me on Skype, and they just won't talk to me anymore, to the one guy that actually physically threatened me. He said if he ever sees me at a marketing event, he's going to knock my effing head off. So I've gotten a lot of variance in the way people have responded to negative reviews. And I just want to say, this product right now is by Neil Napier. And about a week ago, a week and a half ago, I did a review of one of his different products. And I told people that I didn't like it. I pointed out the flaws in it, and I recommended people didn't buy it. The way Neil responded was incredibly professional. He took my feedback. He told me he appreciated my feedback. And when I asked him to review this new Video Lead Box software, without hesitation, he gave me access. He said, please just let me know if you find anything that's wrong with it so I can fix it. And I want to be able to make the best product that I can for my customers. And I got to tell you, that was one of the best responses that I've ever gotten. It's very rare that I get a product vendor that not only responds professionally, but also, says, great, if you find anything wrong, please let me know so I can make it better. So I just wanted to real quick, just, thank Neil for, being professional, not threatening me and, not ostracizing me, and responding in the way that people really should respond when they're criticized by their products. He responded that he wants to make it better. And I thought that was really professional of him. So, and I think that this is worth mentioning because I think the way people act is going to be an indication of how they're going to be in the future. So if somebody acts immaturely or somebody starts flipping out and cursing at me and swearing at me and telling me they're going to hit me or physically assault me, it makes me wonder, like, what kind of businessman are you? I mean, like, are you running a professional business here, or are you just trying to, break money off of people and can't stand the criticism? Where when somebody acts professionally, it gives me confidence in them as a professional businessman, a professional software vendor, and somebody that's probably going to go out of their way to create a quality product. And so even though I don't review the vendors, I do think that the way vendors act, both publicly and privately, is going to be an indication of the quality of products they're going to put out. All right, so that being said, let's dive into Video Lead Box. So what exactly is Video Lead Box? Well, it's a pop-up software. And I know what you're thinking right now. You're probably like, oh, yay, Brett, another pop-up software. Thank you so much for giving us this review. And, let's face it, there have been a lot of pop-up softwares. There have been some really good pop-up softwares. Why are there a lot of pop-up softwares? Because pop-ups work. I mean, pop-ups, quite simply, are a good thing to have on your website. There's a reason why every big name website uses pop-ups to collect leads, just because it works. And while this is a pop-up software, it does have features that make it a lot more powerful than some of the other products that I have tested. And I'm going to show you those features in a second, but first I want to show you how the interface works. So to get started, the first thing I'm going to do is log into my account. This is a web-based software, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the Add New button. Now, there's a setting right from the door that you can select, and that is going to be where do you want your pop-up to show. So you can see this little grid here where I could select to put it in the upper left-hand corner or the upper middle, the upper right-hand corner. You can see how the software actually divides the screen into this grid, and you can select where you want your pop-up to show on the screen by clicking the box in this grid. And now most people are going to want it to show in the center of the screen. That is the default, and that is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to put it right there into the center of the screen. And then I'm going to click on Start the Builder. It's going to ask me which template I want to use. And the version that I have here actually has a whole bunch of templates. I believe that I have what's called the ultimate version, which means you can use this with up to 500 websites. If I'm not mistaken, there is a 1 website license, a 10 website license, and a 500 website license. And if you buy the 500 website license, you also get additional templates as well. So I have this ultimate version, which is the 500 website license, that also has the additional templates. Now I can start with any one of these templates and then edit the template in order to quickly create my pop-up. And these templates do look really good, but I mostly want to show you the interface in this demo. So I don't want to use a template. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on blank empty, select OK, and it's going to take me to the page builder. Now you can see in the center here where it has my pop-up, and I can adjust the size of it very easily simply by moving it, dragging it around. On the left side of the screen here, you're going to see your components, and your components are actually what you use to build your pop-up. So you can see, for example, there's the text component, which allows you to put various types of text inside of the screen. There is the media component, which allows you to put things like images, YouTube video, sound, audio. There's a, what is this, HTML? Let me see here. No, that's embed code. So if you're using something that's not YouTube, you can put another kind of embed code inside of here, say Vimeo, or maybe embed code from a self-hosted video if you want. There is the forms here where you can add different types of opt-in forms, social widgets, so you can put like Facebook likes in there or Facebook like boxes, Google Plus buttons. You can add countdowns, Google Maps. There's all kinds of widgets that you could use to build your pop-up. And the way that these actually work is very similar to my Squeezematic software. In order to add a widget inside of your pop-up, all you do is get the one that you want, you left click on it, drag it inside of the content area, let it go, and it will add your widget. In order to edit your widget, you can right click on it, so you can copy, cut, paste, delete. You could also send its layer, so bring it to the front or send it to the back, or you could double click on it to customize its settings. Let me find an image that I like here. I'm going to put in an order now button. So get instant access. And you can see it will add my widget here. It's a little bit out of the view, but on the right hand side here you can also see that each widget is customizable. It has numerous settings that you can use. So for example, I can make this image a link, or I can change its aspect ratio, I can change its position, I can change its background color. I can do anything that I want with this particular widget. And every single widget has specific settings for that widget. So it's a very similar interface to my own Squeezematic software. Okay, so the point is that it is drag and drop, it's widget based, there's a ton of widgets, you can build all kinds of things with it, and that's great, but it's nothing that we haven't seen before. There have been other drag and drop pop-up builders. I actually wrote a drag and drop pop-up builder, so this is not astonishing on its own, and it's not the reason why I like this product. There's actually 2 reasons why I like this product that have nothing to do with the fact that it's drag and drop. I mean, drag and drop is great. Drag and drop is a very easy to use interface. It makes it extremely customizable and flexible that it has all of these widgets here. But like I said, it's not unique. There have been other products like this. What makes this unique is, first, it's fully mobile friendly. Now let me go ahead and load up a template so you can see what I mean. I'm going to pick one of these templates here, and I will use this one right here. I'll click on OK, and it's going to load up this template. Now I'm going to go ahead and preview this. So I'm going to preview it in desktop mode. And you can see in desktop mode, it looks just like you would expect. It looks exactly as I built it. Let's go ahead over and change to mobile preview. And you can see the pop-up will actually automatically adjust itself to the mobile version. And I can actually edit this as well. If I want it to be a little bit different in a mobile, I can do that. So if I'm designing it myself, and not using one of their templates, and maybe I know that this big graphic isn't going to be a good thing for a mobile device, I can go ahead and tell the software that, hey, if you detect a mobile device, don't show this big graphic because it's not going to look good on a mobile, which is actually what they did. They have this mobile unchecked automatically with this template. We can put it back in if we want, but you can see that wouldn't look good. So we're going to leave that out in the mobile pop-up. So not only are these designs going to be mobile responsive, but it also has this own built-in little mini editor that lets you tweak it for a mobile device to make sure that it looks perfect, loads fast, and is going to be a good experience for the user on a mobile device. Now this is really unique. Most pop-up builders are not mobile friendly, and the few that are mobile friendly do not allow you to specifically tweak it for mobile devices. Given the fact that so many people use mobile devices, I mean, it is like 35% of all internet access is done on a mobile device. Being able to be so mobile friendly and tweak it perfectly for a mobile device alone sets video lead boxes above the other products. But there is actually another feature that I really like about this one. And in order to show it to you, I'm actually going to go to a pop-up that I built before when I was originally testing this product. So here I am, I'm actually back on the dashboard, and this time I'm going to go to all lead boxes. I'm going to load up one of the lead boxes that I created when I was testing this earlier. So let me go ahead and edit this, and I want to show you this feature that a lot of other ones don't have. At least I don't even think I've ever seen any other one that actually has this feature, at least not in a pop-up builder. All right, so this is actually an opt-in form where I'm asking people to opt in order to learn how I make $500 plus a day. And, I really have an opt-in form like this on my blog. Let me go over and show it to you right now. So here's the one that I have on my actual blog. Now, when I made this originally, I was only making $350 on average a day. Now I'm up to $500 average a day. But this is why it says $350. But this is a real opt-in form. I send traffic to this opt-in form, and I use this for list building. The problem that I have with this is the delivery. So I want to give people like a little mini video training. So when you sign up for this, you actually get like a little mini video training where I show you a little bit of how I make money online. The way I do this is I actually have people redirect over to a different web page once they opt into this page. There's nothing stopping people from going directly to that other web page other than I hope they don't know about it. Also, once they watch that little mini training video, there's really no way to increase the funnel without building more pages. I probably don't have to explain the basics of a funnel to most people. Most people at this point are probably aware of it, but just in case you're not, generally speaking, what you do is you get people to opt in order to get something for free. So, for example, in this case, people are able to opt in and then they're going to get a little free mini video training on how I make money online. And then after that, I'm going to want to redirect them over to a paid product at a low ticket price. So I want to convert that freebie seeker into a paying customer. And the problem that I actually have on this particular site with this particular pop-up and this opt-in is that it's very difficult to get them over to the training because I have to make another web page. I have to hope people don't just go to that directly. I have to hope Google doesn't index it or find it somehow. And then once they're on that, I have to do it all again in order to get them over, to the paid product and try to get them to opt into the paid product and become a paying customer. So basically that's a funnel, and it's difficult to do because I have to create a new page for every step of the funnel. Video lead boxes actually makes this really easy. So let me show you what I mean. Here I am back on the software, and what you can't see in the screen here, let me move it down, is this steps right here. So right now I'm in step 1. So it says learn how Brett earns $500 a day. It's got my little sales video, telling people, look, I can make money online, showing them my income proofs, etc. And it lets them opt in with their name and email address. Once they opt in, it will automatically take them over to step 2. Step 2 has my little mini video training, and then it has a continue button. Once they continue, I can actually add in a step 3. Now, I haven't added it in yet, but I'm going to. And step 3 is going to be a little mini sales page that's going to say, hey, you want to go to the next level? why don't you try my paid training product? It's only $7, nice little discount here for you if you act now. So what I'm able to do is actually create an entire funnel inside of this pop-up. And there's actually two advantages to doing it this way. First, I don't have to create a whole bunch of web pages and hope people don't find them on their own, hope Google doesn't index them. So it saves me time, and it also gives me additional security. The extra advantage is I can put this pop-up over an article, and people will come to the article because Google is indexing the article. Google sees good content, and I have this pop-up that then shows and tries to get them into my funnel. You could search for just about anything, and you'll never see a squeeze page show up in the search engine results. Squeeze pages are not what Google wants to see. They don't have a lot of content. They don't have a lot of indexable content. It's not the type of thing that Google likes to rank high. But doing it this way, not only do I have the extra security and the ease of use, but I can also basically turn any web article into a squeeze page because the pop-up shows and the whole funnel is right there, taking them from opt-in to delivery of my freebie product to taking them over to a paid product in order to try to convert them into a paying customer from a freebie seeker. As I said, because this is all going over an article that has content that can be indexed by Google, I will get free SEO traffic to that article who will then see my pop-up and be able to enter into my funnel. So this was actually one of my favorite features about this particular product. I've never seen another pop-up builder that has steps like this, where you can actually build a full funnel inside of the pop-up. I really, really like this feature, and you can use it to collect leads, but then you could also deliver the freebie product that you're giving and then take them over to a sales page once they get their freebie product and build an entire funnel right inside of a pop-up. Honestly, I was pretty excited when I saw this. I can see a lot of potential in this type of setup. All right, so what do I think of Video Lead Box, overall? Well, like I said, it is a very easy to use, fully drag and drop pop-up builder. But that's not what impressed me. I've seen that before. I've seen pop-up builders before. I've written pop-up builders before. And just because it's drag and drop doesn't excite me, even though drag and drop is a very easy to use interface. What excites me about this product is the fact that it is fully mobile responsive, but also actually has a little mini editor that lets you tweak it to make sure that the mobile version is absolutely perfect and a good user experience. That was really impressive, but what put the icing on the cake and made me love this product is the fact that you can build an entire funnel inside of your pop-up and then put that over an article that will get SEO traffic and basically turn SEO traffic into opt-ins, which then lead to a product delivery, which then leads to the paid product. You can put them right through an entire funnel right inside the pop-up. This is a lot more easy than building individual pages for a funnel. It's a lot more secure. And because the pop-up can go over an article, you will get free traffic from Google because Google is indexing the content. Google doesn't see the pop-up. The software itself works very well. The interface is really good. When I was testing, I found like two little bugs, and what they were was actually broken images, and I reported it to Neil and his developer, and they were fixed immediately without question. So it is a great product. It definitely has some features that put it above other products of its type, and it's being sold at a low enough cost that you can make an ROI using this product because it is not an expensive investment. In closing, I'm going to call this product a winner. It's a quality software. It works very well, and it's definitely going to be a good investment for anybody looking to not only build a list, but to also sell their own product as well.